Love, friendship, relationship, and marriage sense. Now, I want to give you the light you must know about love, about friendship, about relationship, and marriage. Now, we must understand that a lot of people are suffering today because they lack the sense of love, the sense of friendship, relationship, and marriage. They think marriage is something you just go into without having the love sense, without having the friendship sense and relationship sense. The total and the optimum sum total of everything is the marriage sense. Before you say yes to someone, you must understand everything about marriage. You must understand the concept of love, friendship, relationship, and marriage. Now, I want to talk about sense. Yes, under that, street sense for romantic relationships. Now, you need to know that a successful romantic relationships require more than just feelings. It requires sense. Now, let me explain that sense for you. Sense is an understanding of yourself, your partner, and the dynamics that makes a relationship work. Now, sense can be explained with this acronym as follows. You can write it out: SENSE. Now, the S stands for self awareness, the E stands for emotional intelligence, the N there stands for nurturing connection, the S there stands for shared values and goals, the E there stands for effective communication. Now, what is self awareness? Before entering or sustaining healthy relationship, it is better you know that it is essential for you to know yourself first. Understand your values, boundaries, emotional needs, and personal goals. When you are self aware, you can communicate your desires effectively and recognize what you bring to the relationship very clearly. Now, emotional intelligence. The E stands for emotional intelligence. It involves managing your emotions and understanding your partner's feelings. Now, a relationship will thrive on empathy, active listening, and emotional regulation. Instead of reacting impulsively to conflict, emotional intelligent individuals respond thoughtfully, ensuring issues are resolved rather than worsened. Yes, you need to check your emotional capacity before you go into any relationship, friendship, or marriage with someone, because that plays a vital role. Now, the N stands for nurturing connection. Love is not just about feelings, but also about consistent actions that nurture the bond. Consistent actions. Now, spending quality time, showing appreciation and maintaining intimacy, both emotional aspect and physical aspect, keep the relationship alive. Now, effort is required to sustain connection over time. Yes, you need to understand this very well. And the S there stand for what? Shared values and goals. While differences can add excitement to relationship, core values should align. There should be something that brings you both together. Very compulsory. Partners who share similar life goals, principles, and priorities tend to have more stability. Discussing topics like family, finances, career, and lifestyle early on the relationship journey prevents major conflict later. You need to have some deep conversations. But before that will happen, you must have a shared values and goals. You must know where you are going together. Yes, very compulsory. The E there stands for effective communication. You see, communication is the foundation of any strong relationship. It involves both expressing yourself openly and listening to understand, not just to respond. Our relationships requires honesty and the ability to discuss different views. Let me say differences now without hostility. You can't avoid to marry someone that will be giving you quarantine in your room. Marrying a girl or a boy that will not talk to you because the both of you have a little conversation or conflict. Now, we have five major sense organs in our body. Now, but there is another sense that is called the street sense. The street sense is actually refers to practical intelligence and awareness in navigating the realities of the world situation. but it also applies to romantic relationships. Now, in other words, street sense is the ability to know what to do in a difficult situation. Now, having street sense in love means being smart, perspective, and emotionally aware to avoid heartbreak, manipulation, or unhealthy dynamics. The reason why many people are suffering from breakups today, or what they call breakfast, is because they are not street sensely wise. Let me say it that way. They don't have the street sense. They are just a church boy, church girl. When you are too religious, you will be useless. But now, your ability to apply this street sense will make you run away from any heartbreak. Now, how do you apply street sense in your romantic life? Number one, trust your instinct. Trust your instincts. Now, just as street sense helps to recognize dangerous situations, your intuition in relationships is a powerful tool. It sometimes feel off whether it's inconsistency, secrecy, or mixed signals. Pay attention to those things. You notice your pals, maybe your girlfriend, maybe your boyfriend now. It's not good to have a boyfriend as a Christian. You can have someone you are dating, maybe someone you are courting. That one is okay than saying a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's not biblical and it's not godly. Maybe someone you are dating actually always hide his or her phone from you. That tells you there is something there. So you need to trust your instinct. But people don't do that today. They just overlook it and then later chop the breakfast. So now, number two is to apply, read between the lines. Not everything people say should be taken as face value. Actions often speak louder than voice, than words sometimes. And someone who constantly makes excuses for not showing up, for example, may not be invested as a claim or be interested in the relationship. Learn to recognize patterns rather than isolated incidents. Now, the second way to apply the street sense in romantic life is read between the lines. Don't just jump actions. Look for the small habits, the small actions in the relationship. It talks more about the person in the relationship. Now, number three, know when to walk away. Streetwise people don't stay in places that feel unsafe. They walk away anytime. They don't give any fuck. They don't give any shit. They don't give any damn. When they see any red flag in you, they left instantly. Yes. So now, the same applies to love. If a relationship constantly drains you, makes you question your worth, or feels one-sided, it's time to move on. Love should add to your life, not deplete your life. Yes, or reduce your life. Now, number four, recognize manipulation and games. 5, keep your independence. Keep your independence. Just like you wouldn't rely on strangers for survival in a tough city, don't rely entirely on a partner for happiness, self-worth, or financial stability. Number 6 now, be observant of the social cycle. A person's friend and how they interact with others can tell a lot, and they are they respectful, consistent, and kind to in different settings? Or do they switch personalities depending on who is around? Streetwise people judge a person by their overall behavior, not just how they act when trying to impress you. Number 7 now, learn from experience. You need to learn from experience. That's the last way to apply the street sense. Learn from it. No, every relationship teaches something, even the painful ones. They teaches you something, a lesson. Maybe you've dated a guy before that is talented or gifted in some area and later break your heart. What are the lessons you're able to learn from that relationship? We need to learn from experience, because experience is the best teacher. And when you're able to apply experience, you can never fuck victim of what you have passed through before. But now people refuse to learn from their experience. That's why they keep falling back to the same error, the same mistakes every day, because they keep isolating their experience life, which is very bad. Now, like surviving in a tough city, you get sharper over time. Pay attention to the past mistakes you've learn from them, and apply that wisdom moving forward. Don't say because someone has broken your heart, you are not going to go into a relationship with someone else. There is always a light at the tunnel. After a big darkness comes what? Comes light. You don't know what can be of you the next time around. So now, your ability to learn from your past relationships and pick those lights and apply them every day plays a fatal role in your life. Now, conclusively, having a street sense in romance means being aware, maintaining boundaries, and protecting yourself while still being open to love. You understand that now? It's about balancing heart and mind, knowing when to trust, when to step back and when to walk away. Love should be enriching, not a survival game. When you're in a relationship with someone, you should be enjoying yourself, not otherwise. Enjoying yourself in the sense that it is godly, not going from one motel to another. That is not enjoyment. That is self-destruction. Now, love is something that you should have a sweet experience, an edifying experience, a good experience, not a draining experience, not a dying experience. I pray your marital journey will not be faulty in Jesus' name. Thank you.